Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colonels, retired lieutenant colonels, sergeant majors, retired sergeant majors, master gunnery sergeants, retired master gunnery sergeants, retired master sergeant Thomason. I know that drew a bit of a laugh there, but I'd like you to join me right now in a moment of silence for Sergeant Ryan Curtis, who cannot be with us today. Thank you. I'm going to keep my remarks short, as I did when I checked in. I'm going to quickly recap what I said when I checked in, which was I believe in servant leadership. And these are not Marines that worked for me. These are Marines that I came to work for. And I will tell you that part of my philosophy was if I took care of the Marines, they would take care of the mission. And I would like to tell you that there is no finer group of individuals in the entire world who did a better job of taking care of that mission. They did what was thought could not be done. They put together 2 aircraft that have been down for over 8 years, that were in pieces in a hangar across the way, that folks thought would never fly. They put them back together in under a year. They took ready basic aircraft, which for y'all who are not in aviation, means it's an aircraft that can go out and fly and do its basic job, and you can train pilots in. They took that from far below even the wing goal, and they brought it up above the Deputy Commandant of Aviation goal. So they did all that. There's a common myth in the Marine Corps, and especially Marine Corps aviation, that you can either take care of aircraft readiness or you can be strong. You can take care of your own personal readiness, and you can be a black belt, and you can be swim qualified, and you can be PME complete, and you can do college courses, and you can have a collateral duty, you can be a martial art instructor, but you can't do both. There are human beings that will tell you that there is not enough time in the day, and they are wrong, and these Marines are living proof. So that's how the Marines took care of the mission. And yesterday we flew the first 3-dimensional printed part on an MV-22 in the operational fleet. And that's thanks to not me, not a lieutenant colonel, not a captain, a corporal and a lance corporal with a 3D printer and a good idea. So when I told the Marines that if they would take care of the mission, I would take care of them, I genuinely believe they did their part. But I want to tell you who didn't do his part. Because as I leave today, I reflect not on my successes, not on our successes, but on my failures. Because I asked a lot of these Marines, and they only asked 3 things of me. And pretty much on day 1, they asked me for drinking water in our maintenance spaces. This big, hot, un-air-conditioned room full of high-temperature, dangerous tools that they work in on days much hotter than this. They asked me for water. They asked me for a forklift so that they could do their job, the mission I was going to ask them to do, so that they could do it safely and effectively, and so that they could go and deploy and go into harm's way. And all those white vans you walked past as you walked in, that's what we put on ships, and we take to other people's countries, and we make that a little part of America and a little part of Patriot country. But to do that, we need a forklift. And they asked me for a clean, safe barracks, in civilian words, a dormitory, on their base. So I asked them for a lot, and they over-delivered. They asked me for 3 things, and it took me 9 months to get them drinking water. Working through the very broken processes that we have on our stations and at our higher headquarters, took me 9 months to get them drinking water. And I will tell you that we still do not have a forklift. And it is a great shame in my heart that our barracks situation is worse today than it was when I checked in. Because not only do they live on some of the oldest barracks that they had to personally renovate, putting in over 5,000 of their own hours, in addition to the job that they needed to do to make my mission, to make General Glavy's mission and the Deputy Commandant's mission, to make America your mission. But that barracks isn't on this base. That barracks is a 30-minute drive away. And I want you to know what you're thinking. Many of you think, well, Carp, you live a 30-minute drive away. And that is true. The government also pays me handsomely to live 30 miles away, so I can afford the gas that it costs to drive back and forth every day. And I will tell you that my Lance Corporals and Privates First Class, they don't get a cent for gas. So Marines, thank you for your successes, and from the bottom of my heart, I apologize for my failures. And what I would ask of the senior officers and enlisted sitting here listening to me today is that you help my successor, Lieutenant Colonel Carpenter, get that forklift, get that barracks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank all my family and friends who've come from many hundreds of miles, thousands in some cases. Lieutenant Chuck Ball, U.S. Navy, we've known each other since I was a captain, and you're a high-priced lawyer. And of course, the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing Band, y'all sounded amazing. The force is strong with you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding Officer of Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 26, Lieutenant Colonel Carl J. Punzel.